Picture a country so neutral it hasn't fought a war in over 200 years, yet so wealthy it's home to more millionaires per capita than almost anywhere on Earth. A nation where luxury watches, rare supercars, and chocolate aren't just treats, they're national treasures. Land that sits right in the heart of Europe but deliberately stays outside the European Union, charting its own course on everything from trade to taxes. Welcome to Switzerland, the land of high mountains, legendary peace, and breathtaking prosperity. Stay to the end for the wildest Swiss law you have ever seen. Switzerland's story begins in 1291 when three mountain cantons, Uri, Schwyz, and Unterwalden, swore a mutual defense pact that set the tone for a stubborn, alpine independence. Did you know that Switzerland is one of the oldest continuous democracies in the world, running for over 700 years without a monarchy? Since its founding, the country has avoided foreign wars, thanks to more than just politics, its geography. Surrounded by the formidable Alps, Switzerland is a natural fortress. Armies hate fighting uphill in snow, and the Swiss know how to make mountains even less inviting. Before we dive into money, let's meet the land itself. Switzerland might be small in size, but it's a geological overachiever. Three natural regions: the towering Alps, the rolling Jura, and between them, the Swiss plateau, home to 70% of the population. Sat on that plateau is Bern, the federal capital. From Bern, it's only 90 kilometers to Switzerland's rooftop, Dufourspitze, 4634 meters, and Lake Maggiore, Switzerland's lowest point at just 193 meters. Those peaks make Switzerland Europe's water tower. Four great rivers rise within a single 100-kilometer radius, feeding 14 countries. Add more than 1,500 lakes and the Alps' longest glacier, Alletach, and you get 6% of Europe's freshwater reserve in one tidy package. Fun stat: nowhere in Switzerland is more than 70 kilometers from a foreign border, or 16 kilometers from a lake. So whether you're skiing above the clouds or sipping espresso by a mirror-still lake, geography shapes almost every Swiss day. Switzerland doesn't just climb mountains, it drills through them. The Gotthard Base Tunnel is the world's longest rail tunnel at 57 kilometers, slicing under the Alps to speed passengers and freight north-south through Europe. It opened in 2016 after 17 years of digging. Now let's see how that terrain fuels one of the world's most powerful economies. Switzerland may be small, but it's an economic titan where invention meets precision. For 14 straight years, it has topped BUIPO's Global Innovation Index, a streak that mirrors the country's obsession with research and quality. The banks in Zurich and Geneva quietly safeguard trillions in assets for clients around the world. In Basel, pharma heavyweights Novartis and Roche push the frontiers of medicine. In workshops from Geneva to Biel, master watchmakers, Rolex, Patek Philippe, and Omega, turn steel and gold into icons of timekeeping. And when it's time to indulge, Switzerland delivers there too, the most famous chocolate brand, Lindt, and the triangular Toblerone on the sweet side, and cheeses like Gruyere that carry centuries of craft. Small country, big footprint. Did you know that the Swiss 1,000-franc note is one of the highest value banknotes in circulation anywhere? Worth over $1,000 US? Yes, that's like carrying a rent payment in your pocket. With one of the highest GDPs per capita in the world, Switzerland is proof that wealth and precision go hand in hand. Switzerland decided to be neutral, but not defenseless. Switzerland operates a citizen-soldier system. Every capable man completes 18 to 21 weeks of basic training at age 18 to 20, then keeps his rifle and gear at home for annual refreshers until about 30. Though the army is a militia rather than a large standing force, it is rarely called upon. But here's why they rarely need it. Geography. The Alps are Europe's natural fortress, narrow passes perfect for defense. Valleys that can be sealed off in hours. Bridges and tunnels are designed to be destroyed if invaded. By law, Switzerland plans civil defense shelter space for everyone. Today there are about 9 million shelter places in roughly 370,000 bunkers, effectively one spot per resident. The 1 square meter per person rule and the shelter for all policy date back to the 1960s, Switzerland is the only country to make this a nationwide standard. Swiss camouflage went next level. Gun positions and bunkers disguised as barns or chalets, some still visible along lakes and valleys. All of this means potential invaders must weigh the cost of marching uphill against a population that's already mobilized before the first shot. Did you know that by World War II, Switzerland had over 26,000 military bunkers hidden in mountains, forests, and even barns? Some were disguised as chalets, complete with fake windows. Add smart diplomacy, and Switzerland became the country everyone agrees it's smarter to go around than through. Switzerland is a cultural masterpiece. 4 official languages: German, French, Italian, and Romansh, braided into one shared identity. Power flows from the people. Citizens vote several times a year on everything from pensions to public works, making Switzerland the world's most committed laboratory of direct democracy. There's no single president at the helm either. Instead, a 7-member federal council governs collectively, with a ceremonial presidency that rotates each year. Tradition hums in the background, yodeling across valleys, alphorns echoing at festivals, and fondue pots bubbling on winter nights. It's a country that manages to be both village and venue, local and global, all at once. Did you know that in Switzerland, owning just one guinea pig is illegal? The law says they're social animals and must have a companion, making Switzerland possibly the most considerate country for pets on Earth. Switzerland isn't just rich, it's ultra-rich. By population, it has one of the highest concentrations of millionaires and billionaires on the planet, and you can feel it on the streets. Bugatti Chirons purring by the lakes, Koenigsegg's and Paganis that show up like rare comets, and Ferraris whose auction prices could outbid a private island. There's no national minimum wage, but several cantons set their own, around $25 an hour, putting a Swiss average salary near the top of the global charts. Wealth here often whispers. Family offices operate behind unmarked doors. Private banks steward fortunes with century-old discretion. High wages meet high costs of living, but the trade-off is visible. Spotless public spaces, trains that arrive like clockwork, skilled workers coming from a strong apprenticeship system, and services that actually work. Taxes and regulations vary by canton, which helps explain why certain postcodes attract global money while still feeling orderly and safe. In the end, Swiss wealth isn't only supercars and skylines, it's a culture of stability, craftsmanship, and long-term thinking. For a country of nearly 9 million, Switzerland punches far above its weight in icons. In Bern, a young patent clerk named Albert Einstein reimagined the universe with his theory of relativity. On tennis courts around the world, Roger Federer turned precision and calm into royalty status. And deep in the national story stands William Tell, the archer who split an apple and became a lasting symbol of independence. 3 names, 1 small country, an outsized legacy. Switzerland proves that neutral doesn't mean ordinary. It's where mountains created walls of peace, and diplomacy turned that peace into unmatched wealth. Where hidden bunkers protect the past, and rare supercars define the present. Small, yes, but in luxury, stability, and influence, Switzerland is one of the true giants of our age. So, which fact surprised you most? The disguised bunkers, the guinea pig law, or the $3 million cars? Hit like? Drop your favorite in the comments and don't forget to subscribe because we're taking you around the world, one country at a time.